Hey everybody, it's Greg again. It's another edition of Unbreakable podcast. It is Monday, March 23rd. Well, I gotta tell you, my weekend was a great weekend. I hope you had a great weekend too. I went to see Project Hail Mary on Saturday afternoon. And as you probably know by now, it is a great movie. And I want to give you a little review. I'm not going to spoil anything in case you haven't seen it yet, but I'm just going to give you my opinion, my review. First of all, the movie opened $81 million. It was like the second biggest opening other than Oppenheimer. Uh, I'm wondering why they opened this movie when they did this time of the year. Maybe they didn't want to go head to head with Spielberg in the summer. Maybe they didn't want to wait until the fall. But this is a movie that should get Oscar buzz next year. And the lead actor, Ryan Gosling, is practically the whole movie. Uh, he should be nominated for Best Actor. I mean, he's so phenomenal because a lot of the movie he spends by himself. And he's funny, he's witty, uh, he's sad. It just brings out all the emotions. The thing about this movie is it makes you feel something. In case you don't know the story, you didn't read the book, which I haven't. I heard the book is great too. Uh, Regular guy, science teacher, set up into a space capsule to save the Earth. Apparently, the sun is burning out. Hello there. And make a little station. They're going to sit. Hello, puppy. Oh, by the way, it's Puppy Day. National Puppy Day. Hello, puppies. And they're saying hello to you. Puppy. Um, Anyway, they get this guy in space. He's all by himself. It's a suicide mission. He's not coming back. He needs to figure out what's going on with the sun so that they can save him. And he meets an alien in space. They become buddies. It's a great movie. The thing about this movie is not only is it spectacular looking, you should see it on IMAX if you're going to see it. Now, we didn't see it on IMAX. We weren't at an IMAX screen. But if we plan to see it again, which I think we will, we're going to try to get a ticket to an IMAX theater. Apparently, a lot of the theaters, Chicago, New York, that have IMAX are sold out already for the week. I mean, the buzz on this movie is just tremendous. People who haven't seen it are reading about it. It's got great word of mouth. It's just phenomenal. Yeah, we needed a movie like this in our lives. We needed a hopeful movie, a feel good movie that's going to give us hope for the future. Because you know what's going on in the world, with the war, with the economy, with all kinds of stuff. It's been very negative, very sad, depressing, a lot of hate out there. This movie is anti all that. It's a feel good movie that's going to try to bring us all together and give us some hope and say, there is a brighter future out there after we get by this current era. Uh, there's a brighter future out there for everyone to share and take a part of. But we got to get there. So uh, it's just a perfect storm of a movie. It's coming along at the perfect time. Yeah, do you remember when the Beatles uh, came to America back in '63, Ed Sullivan Show? It was a perfect time for the Beatles to come. Early '64, it was. And the reason was because we were getting over the Kennedy assassination. We were only, 3 months away from that. The country was still in mourning, still grieving. And the Beatles showed up on the Ed Sullivan Show. And all of a sudden, we had hope. We had inspiration. We had something to get excited about yet. The Beatles showed us that there was life still to be lived. Well, that's how this movie is. This Project Hail Mary comes along and gives us hope and life. And I don't think I'm overstating it. It's just such a great movie, and it's a movie that we needed. to come our way at this time in our lives, in this time of history. Uh, I mean, even the hardcore geeky science people, which I'm not, are saying it's fabulous. And it's got a story behind it, but it's got all the hard nuts and bolts science things, their technology, um, and it's just phenomenal. So I would say go and see it. Don't wait till it comes to TV. Don't think, oh, I've got this great home stereo system at home and about. No, 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 no. Not good enough. You have to see it in a theater. You could wait till it comes out, fine, but see it in a theater first. They get the full effect. Then see it later at home. But don't wait. Maybe this is a reason they go back to the movies. We needed a blockbuster like this. Now Spielberg has a movie coming out in June, uh, and it's about aliens. Yeah, and I don't think it's going to be friendly aliens. I think it's going to be more like aliens we used to, attacking aliens. But uh, this is a friendly alien, and it just touches you. You know, uh, I can talk more about it next week, but I know a lot of you have seen the movie already, and I'm not divulging any secrets, but apparently the book is very close to the movie, vice versa. So if I had to do it over again, I would have got the book first, read the book, then gone to the movie. But yeah, it is what it is. So Ryan Gosling is great. I never really noticed Ryan Gosling before. I never was really interested in any of his movies that he's been in. So he's just been there. So when I saw him in Project Hail Mary, it's like I discovered this new actor, even though he's been around for a long time. Uh, but he does the physical part of it of being an astronaut. He does the emotional part. He's just wonderful. You don't know how to take him at first because he's sort of this geeky, uh, uh, smart aleck, kind of joking science teacher. And all of a sudden he's put in this situation that must be terrifying. Think about it. You wake up one day and you find yourself alone in space. There's no way to get out. You look out the window and there's space, the vastness of space in front of you. How do I get home? Where am I going? Why am I here? Who got me here? Right? But he does such a great job. And even though it's out there in space and he's an astronaut, he is relatable. He is like the everyday guy, you know, like Tom Hanks used to be or Henry Fonda. He's a guy like we could put ourselves in his situation, that we were kidnapped and put into a coma and sent up to space. No reason, right? But he's very relatable. And I think that's a key to this movie. And I think that's something people are connecting with. Uh, just the not only is it funny, and it's sad at times and spectacular looking, but uh, it's relatable. Even though the story takes place, most of the story takes place in outer space. Uh, you can relate to the story. So it's about loneliness. It's full of human emotions and feelings. Loneliness, connecting with someone else, friendship, uh, survival. It's got a lot of the basic human feelings to it. And I think people just have been looking for a reason to go back to the movies, but to have fun, to kind of escape from real life nowadays and go to the movies and immerse yourself 2.5 hours. It's a long, epic movie, but you go and you forget about things and you enjoy the movie. And right away, the toys are happening. I saw uh, the Rocky, who our astronaut becomes friends with during the movie. is in this glass enclosure so we could breathe. And now they're selling popcorn in special theaters with the glass enclosure and stuffed animals of this rock slash spider. And the merchandise is going to be out there, the T-shirts and oh my God, Star Wars. I think this is maybe a kick in the butt that we need. Not only to get back to the movies, enjoy the movies, but a kick in the butt that we need not to give up. That there is life after this era, and there is life that we can all share in, especially the younger people. Flocking to this movie. Although it doesn't matter what age, you can be old, you can be young. Kids would love this movie, even though it's not really a kid movie. It's rated PG-13. It's a movie for anybody. But I think young people are really going to find a message in this movie that you don't have to be stuck with as is. There are possibilities and challenges out there, bravery, and take a chance. And we can move past all this crap that's going on in our lives right now and have a better future. We just got to want it bad enough. And that's what this movie is all about. So out of 10 stars, I'd give it a 9.5. As the only thing to me was without giving it away, there are multiple endings. That's all I'm going to say. And, but each one makes sense. It's a long movie, but I never really got bored during it. Parts of it drug along. Sometimes you have to keep up with the flashbacks because it goes from present day outer space, flashing back to how the Ryan Gosling character got to where he is, the people he worked with back down on Earth, that sort of thing. So you have to kind of keep that straight, going back and forth and back and forth. But it's worth it. It's worth it. It's spectacular, especially at the end. You gotta feel good about this movie. So I highly encourage you to go see it. So last thing I would have said, I've heard this word a lot lately, elite. That seems to be the new catchphrase with young people now. And Dave Dombrowski, the general manager of the Phillies, used it over the all season. He's about Bryce Harper and people. Well, Bryce Harper isn't an elite anymore. He's not an elite player. And so all of a sudden, it seems like this word is everywhere. Elite. This movie is elite, which Project Hail Mary is. Elite. So you hear all kinds of young people, especially, saying this word. And so try it. You could be an old guy like me, 128 years old, and use it. Maybe go to the dinner table tonight and say, "Hey, honey, these pork chops are really elite." Try it. Yeah, try it. You got to keep up with the times, All right, well, I'll be back later in the week. We're going to talk, even though I'm full of Eagles gear right now, go Birds. Baseball season starts at the end of the week. Can you believe that? Baseball. It is the week of baseball. We're going to talk more baseball as the week goes on. Phillies home opener on Thursday. And Christopher Sanchez gets an extension of his contract. He's going to be around another 6 years. Good move by the Phillies, I think. Good move. A lot of people are saying, well, he already had 3 years left of his contract. Why are you giving him more? That's not the point. The point is you reward the man. You think he has a future with the team, you lock him up now because things are only going to get more expensive, as they do in all walks of life. So it'd be either now or 3 years from now when you try to re-sign him. First of all, it's going to be more expensive. And second of all, if he walks to free agency, some other team, like the Dodgers and the Yankees, might snatch him up. So kudos to the Phillies for believing in Christopher Sanchez and extending him. So we'll talk more baseball as the week goes on. Everybody have a great day. Peace and love. And do yourself a favor and try to get out and see Project Hail Mary sometime this week. See you.